Initiating moisture.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Jurassic World Dominion. This is the newest Jurassic World movie, and it's the worst one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, not pulling punches, I'm just going to feed you the vegetables raw here. This is definitely their weakest movie so far. Which is upsetting because I did go into this movie with high expectations due to the director getting me hype. Before this released, the director stated that he wanted the new dinosaur, the Giganotosaurus, to be like the Joker. Whatever the fuck that means. But that piqued my interest. They're gonna make a dinosaur Joker. So I half expected the dinosaur in this movie to have like face paint and a coat on and do like a classic Joker laugh or something, but I'm disappointed to say he's nothing like the Joker. He doesn't critique society. He doesn't do any silly dances. Nothing. So I don't understand that comparison. So I was really let down, honestly. But aside from the false advertising with Dino Joker, the rest of the movie's also bad. And I think will let down pretty much any fan of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I was one of the few people that didn't hate Fallen Kingdom significantly. I didn't think it was great, but it was just some cheesy, enjoyable fun. This one doesn't even have that effect. I will get all of my compliments out of the way for this movie right now. Visually, I think it's one of the strongest ones. I think they actually crushed it visually, and there's some really cool action scenes. There's like a long sequence of some dinosaurs chasing Chris Pratt on a motorcycle. Well, like the dinosaurs aren't driving the motorcycle, though that would also be fucking incredible. Chris Pratt is riding a motorcycle, avoiding the dinosaurs, and it's just pure carnage and chaos, and it's really well done and super well shot. And there's also, without getting into spoilers, there's also a couple other really good action sequences in the film, and some really cool shots. But aside from like decent action moments, everything else is pretty bad. And it really does feel like this is two different movies that they just somehow fusion danced into one. But they fucked up the fusion dance and resulted in this abomination. It's telling two different stories, two different ways. One of the stories results in at least cool action, and the other one results in head-scratching silliness. But it is cool to see the band back together for the Jurassic Park nostalgia. I just wish that their plot line was a little more interesting and a little less dumb. But it's serviceable, like, it's fine. They get them to the spot they want them to be in, which is the epicenter of all the dinosaurs and all that. So it's serviceable, it works. I do think the other plot line, which runs adjacent to this one, but they do eventually converge, the plot line with Chris Pratt and Claire, like, that one's fine. There's nothing, like, glaringly wrong with it. But I will say it feels like Chris Pratt just didn't really want to be here. He just did it for a paycheck. His performance isn't bad or anything, but I really get the impression he was like, hey guys, can we just bang out my scenes in like an hour today? And just kind of speed run through it. Again, it's not like bad or anything, but it just truly felt like kind of deflated. Like there wasn't a whole lot of enthusiasm coming from his side, which is fine because the movie's not great, and I'm sure he recognized that the material's a bit weak. The best part of this movie is, of course, the visuals. Like I mentioned, there are really cool dinosaur sequences and dinosaur shots, but everything else isn't good. I want to give you just an example of the goofiness, and this is going to be a light spoiler, so just a spoiler warning here. The dinosaurs go a bit wild, you know? The Giganotosaurus starts attacking, squares off with the T-Rex, squares off with Freddy Krueger dinosaur. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but it has like these giant claws and it slaps with them and shit, and then they tag team on it. And it's really cool, but anyway, point is, the whole movie sets up like dinosaurs and humans just can't live together. They're destroying everything. Dinosaurs are killing people constantly. The entire first act of the movie pretty much shows that dinosaurs and humans are not really working out. You know, they're beating our ass. But then, by the end of the movie, without anything changing in like the grand scope of the world, like outside of the Biosyn area, nothing changes. But all of a sudden, the dinosaurs and humans seem to be getting along. And the dinosaurs are assimilating into our ecosystem just fine. You know, they roam with elephants. They fly with ducks. There's even a little girl feeding a small raptor or something at the end. But how? Why? How did we get there? Nothing changed. You know, there was like some fighting at Biosyn, but it's not like that somehow it was like a hive mind that reprogrammed all the dinosaurs in the world to be nice to humans all of a sudden. Like, Like, how the fuck? It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. It's silly. Light spoiler over. Yeah, so overall, I just definitely think this one's the weakest by a good margin. I think whoever was doing the action sequences killed it. Whoever did everything that wasn't action fucked it. So plugging Jurassic World Dominion into the moist meter, I'm gonna give it a 40%. I think that's pretty fair, all things considered. There's a lot of dinosaur action, which helps make up for how boring and how not great everything else is. But I don't think it's enough to carry it to being like a good or great movie, and certainly not a fitting finale to the new trilogy here. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. So yeah.